Hello everyone and welcome to NASCAR.com Studio 3 here with the most recent truck winner, three-time truck winner, Justin Haley. Man, oh man, the end of that one, Texas, that was a pretty big deal for that team, huh?
Yeah, it was really cool to go to Texas. That's one of our best tracks on the schedule. Ran really good there in the spring and then got the pole last fall. So to be able to go there and lock ourselves in round of 4 meant a lot for not only GMS as an organization, but everyone on the 24 team as well.
We'll talk about that. I mean, you're obviously very young in your career to be able to have a shot to go race at Homestead, knowing that you and your teammate Johnny Sauter are both locked into that race. That's a big deal for GMS as a whole.
Yeah, I think it's really cool for GMS. Obviously, it's the first time they've had 2 trucks in the Final Four. Johnny has obviously gone the past few years and been successful in 2016. So to open that up and have a bigger shot at the championship this year, as an organization means a lot. I know Maury and Mike Beam and all them really appreciate it. But excellent strategy at Texas by my crew chief, Kevin Beckcourt, to put us in a winning position.
We're kind of talking off camera before we started here about who he thought he would race at Homestead. So who do you think is going to join you and Johnny up there in that Final Four in Homestead?
Well, Brett Moffitt has obviously had a lot of speed this year, the 16 truck, and I know he's below the cutoff line now, but I think the 98 is going to make it into the Final Four. He's been really good at Gateway, which is a similar track to Phoenix, so I assume they're taking the same truck, and he's a short track racer. Phoenix is kind of a short track mentality, so I would say the 98 is going to make it in.
All right, so give me the guy that you most want to race at side-by-side final laps at Homestead, and the guy that you least want to see beside you at Homestead.
I think it'd be cool to race with Johnny, just because me and him have been so back and forth all year. Obviously, it's a GMS teammate, so having him race, that'd be pretty cool on the last lap. Probably the guy I would least like to race with would be Infinger or Moffitt. Kind of roughed me up a few times this year, and they're aggressive racers. So at the end of the day, I think if me and Johnny have a shot at it and we're racing each other, I think that'd be pretty cool.
How big of a fairy tale kind of for you has this year gone? When you first got in that truck this year, did you see all this happening, racing for a championship, having 3 wins under your belt?
Well, yeah, you know you can do it as a team, but until you get the first win, the confidence really isn't there. And we've built on the first win. Went to Canada, locked ourselves in a round of 6 early in the playoffs, and then continued the success. So we've had speed where it mattered. So it's been surreal, kind of, especially with how the Xfinity races went with Daytona and all that. It's been a pretty cool season for sure.
All right, let's talk about future plans. You know, obviously you want to go win that championship at Homestead, but what does the future look like beyond that for you?
Well, I hope the future looks good. Obviously right now I'm just focused on trying to get the championship with my GMS team, but we'll see what 2019 brings. Hopefully something good, working on some stuff, but hopefully it all comes together.
All right, he's grinning, so it must be big. Catch him this weekend at Phoenix and the week after racing for a championship at Homestead Miami Speedway.